Time for me to save the world, I guess. Kumquats. Hi there, mister.
Franklin, Ben Franklin, soon to be known as the inventor of electricity.
Do you know Red Edison? He's a scientist guy, too.
Red Edison? A scientist? He's just an innkeeper who pretends to be a scientist, and he's not very good at doing either one. I can't believe Washington and Jefferson picked his inn, of all places, to write our Constitution.
Shouldn't you say the discoverer of electricity?
You think the ultimate power in the universe is just under some rock waiting to be discovered? Ha! I, Ben Franklin, am going to summon power from the sky by sheer force of genius.
You are truly whacked, Ben.
Huh! That's what they said about the man who invented bifocals.
Wasn't that you?
Good point. Guess they were right.
I could use a little power myself for my time machine.
There will be power enough for all in time. There aren't any time machines yet anyway. That's next summer's project.
How exactly are you going to do that power luring?
Using one of my newest inventions. I like to call it the Francocopter.
That's a kite, Ben. They've been around for thousands of years.
Oh, sure, as toys, but this one is a letter to the gods. It says, "Dear Thor, just one drop of your mighty juice in the hands of a genius like me could illuminate the entire world. Love, Ben."
I hope you wrote it in Swedish so Thor can read it. Or were those guys Norwegian?
I was speaking figuratively. What actually is happening is that I'm waiting for lightning to strike my kite.
And then what?
And then the electricity charges the kite.
Aren't you missing a key or something?
The key to discovery is daring intellect, my boy. Daring intellect and rigorous science.
No, I mean a real key.
You mean the "where the heck did I put my keys" kind of key?
Yeah.
That's a manual device. It needs no power. Seriously, man, what are you thinking?
Isn't it too sunny for lightning?
Shh! I know that. I'm just trying to keep my grant going until we get a storm.
Well, I'm going to back away now, just in case.
Carry on. Soon all the power of the heavens will be mine! All mine! If only we had some nasty weather!
It's totally covered with crud. You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once. What's up? Don't feel like talking, huh? Vow of silence or something, probably, right? Well, that's cool. I have something for Red Edison. Do you know where I could find him? Great hat, man. I know some dudes in a band who'd eat roaches for hats like that. Of course, they'd probably eat roaches anyhow. They're like that. Far out. Well, nice talking to you, dude. Hey.
What is it?
You look kind of familiar.
Of course I do. I'm Red Edison, the inventor, not to mention owner of this inn. Perhaps you've seen my picture in some important scientific journal. Then again, maybe not.
Do you know Ben Franklin?
Franklin? I would never associate with that overstuffed goofball. He has the stupidest idea about glasses with one red lens and one blue one.
What are you doing?
I'm inventing, you simpleton. What's it look like I'm doing?
I know an inventor who looks a bit like you.
Well, it's not one of my sons, that's for sure. It appears that I, Red Edison, foremost genius of my day, am to be the last in a long line of gifted inventors. My nearly indistinguishable sons have decided that they want to be artists. I think it was Jed's idea. Or is it Ned? Ah, well, the left-handed one at any rate. Must be some sort of bad blood on their mother's side.
What are you inventing?
It's a new size-independent fastening mechanism based on circular geometry.
Well, see you later.
You might if you cut that hair a bit shorter. Super battery, eh? Brilliant design. Sometimes I amaze myself. Now all I need is oil, vinegar, and some gold. Say, that's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself. It was for my ungrateful slob of a left-handed son. Oh, well.
Yo.
Hello?
What's up, you cold?
Cold? I'm freezing.
Why don't you build a fire?
Well, I keep asking Jefferson to build a fire, but he won't. Says he needs the log for posterity and won't part with it.
He's going to give the log to starving children?
I don't get any respect around here. Why, I bet if George I spent the winter in Valley Forge, Washington was cold, we'd get some heat in here.
What are you guys doing in here?
We're writing
We're drafting a constitution for the United States.
Don't say draft, you'll only make me colder.
Wimp.
Why don't you have some hot coffee?
Oh, I can't stand coffee. It makes me irritable and want to bang my head against the walls.
You say that as though it was a bad thing.
Do you have any idea how much it costs to fix a wall these days? It's a racket.
Awesome blanket there, dude.
Thank you. It was given to me by my dear old colorblind Aunt Hattie.
How come you sign your name so big?
Astigmatism.
Really? Let me see your palms.
All right. The truth is that a friend once told me that women go crazy over guys with a big signature.
Shouldn't you guys be working instead of just sitting there?
Writer's block. We can't think of any amendments or anything, so we put a suggestion box over there. I don't suppose you have any brilliant ideas.
What about free sandwiches for all roadies?
No, there's no such thing as...
Don't say it, dude. I've heard it before. Well, I gotta go, dude. Hey, tall, dark, and spiffy. My name's Hogi.
Well, how quaint. I am, of course, Thomas Jefferson, noted scholar, musician, horseman, student of the sciences, member of the bar.
Oh, sure, I've heard of you, dude. What's in the can, Tommy?
Thomas. My name is Thomas, and this, my chubby friend, is a time capsule, filled with remembrances of our time to be revealed 400 years hence.
So, how's the time capsule going?
I'm sorry to say that except for my log, we haven't got a thing.
Dude, is that like the Constitution?
Right now, it's just a constitution, I'm afraid. We hit a slight creative block right after the preamble. That's why we've put up a suggestion box over there.
Could you start a fire, please?
I'd love to oblige you, young man, but I can't. This is the only log, and I'm saving it for posterity.
How can you let Hancock suffer like that?
A real man is warmed by the fires of his spirit. You should listen to Washington relate his experiences at Valley Forge and take heed.
Has anyone ever told you you're a very snappy dresser?
Why, yes. I studied at Virginia Coat and Technical, where I majored in color theory. I was captain of the varsity cravat team.
Those are impressive credentials, Tom.
Thomas.
Dude, I loved your work on the Declaration of Independence.
Ah, thank you. What was your favorite part?
I like the we the people part.
That's not in the Declaration of... Say, that's not bad. Maybe we can use it.
Well, later, dude.
What? What's going to happen later? Hey, keep your hands off that.
They don't seem to have gotten too far. Excuse me.
Yes?
Whoa, you're like George Washington.
Very much like him, according to my wife, Mrs. Washington.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Weren't you president or something?
Yes, I expect to be chosen president unanimously. I'm very well connected. Do you think I should be the ecology president or the education president?
I'm a big fan of education.
Really? How surprising.
Is it true about you and the cherry tree?
Oh yes, it's quite true. Why, I've cut down acres of cherry trees in my day.
Would you give me a demonstration?
I don't see why I should.
Cold enough for you?
Cold? Why, you don't know the meaning of the word. I spent a winter at Valley Forge. Now that was cold. Why, my spit would freeze before it hit the ground.
Cool.
Extremely.
I don't wanna.